What happens if you don't pass the English or the civics portion of the naturalization test? I'm Erick Widman. I'm an immigration lawyer, and all U.S. citizen application applicants need to pass the English test and the civics test. Both portions of the exam are required. So in order to do that successfully, you have to study hard for the civics test, and we definitely recommend, depending on your level of proficiency, that you prepare for the English test as needed, of course, as well. But it's not a disaster if you fail either portion of your test. If your English test does not go as well as you hoped, you don't get designated that you're proficient, or your civics test, you don't get 6 out of 10 correctly, you are given the opportunity for a re-examination hearing, re-examination interview later on. If you fail the test, then you're able to request a hearing on form N336 after that. But the best thing to do when you're preparing for the test is remember, you're going to be nervous, and everyone's nervous, including native English speakers. Everyone is absolutely nervous of my clients, and most go on to pass. But it's okay to have imperfections in the tests as you are administered the English test or the civics test. If your responses are not perfect, that's definitely okay. And it's also okay if you are told that, unfortunately, you have failed the test, and you'll be given the opportunity to come back 60 to 90 days later. That's a re-examination interview. And you'll be given the ability to take the English part again, if that's what you failed, or take both parts again, English and civics, if necessary. But you don't have to do both of them all over again. Also, in our experience at multiple field offices, the officer who's administering these tests is often on your side. Compared to some other green card interviews, for example, the officer is often rooting for you. And they're going to be very fair. They absolutely should be. But in our experience, USCIS officers are not trying to play any tricks or be especially mean. And they can be fairly encouraging rather than discouraging through the process. But after 2 attempts, if at the re-examination interview you still haven't passed, you should seriously consider taking more time to study for the test, take a course, take the time before considering the third option here, which is a hearing on your failed exam. So form N336 allows you to request a hearing at USCIS. You got to do that within 30 days. And you'll be given the opportunity, if you feel you had passed one of the tests or both tests, and the officer believe that you didn't pass one or both of them, you'll be given the chance to take those tests again as needed. So if you just passed the English portion, but your officer said that you failed the civics test, you believe your answers were sufficient, you'll be given the chance to have another test given to you, and you can show your proficiency there. This can be a good choice, and that built-in appeal process, that an opportunity for a hearing, is really important for our immigration system, for our democracy, to make sure that you're able to naturalize in a fair way that gives you due process, and it's a system that is administered fairly. Those are the main steps in the process if you don't pass your English test and your civics test in the very beginning. Definitely let us know if you have any questions, and take care.